you need to start saying the N-word. Like today. You need to progressively overload using the N-word. Right? Like, it's one of the most important words you could use. The more you progressively overload it, the more weight that it holds. Right? Like, even for a while I struggled to say this, struggled to say the word. You know what I mean? Like, it's a word that I feel like is like essential, right? It's the only way to grow, right? To grow as a man. Like, you gotta be able to say it. Right? You gotta be able to say it. Like, and the reason why you may not be able to say it, and I can, is because you may not have the discipline to say it. You may not have, I don't know, like a sense of purpose, or maybe you may not have a certain why or a sense of drive to say it. You might not be able to say it because, you don't really stand for anything, right? Once you figure out what you stand for, once you figure out your non-negotiables and figure out what it is you actually desire in life, you'll be able to say this word easily. By the way, if you're looking for one-on-one coaching and you need help getting in shape and you're not really sure how, and you might even be lazy and you don't really want to go to a gym to work out, I'm the guy for that. I can help you with that. Whether it's in the gym or whether you want to train at home, we can figure out a plan that makes sense for you and make your fitness goals a reality. But back to N-word, right? The reason why you got to say the N-word is because you got to learn to say no. You have to be able to say no, right? You have to be able to say no to yourself and to other people. I know you guys thought I was going to say the other N-word, but now I'm talking about the word no. The word no, you got to be able to say it, right? Like, especially to yourself, when it comes to even for myself, like, I still struggle with this. Okay. Like, I'm getting better at it, but I still struggle with it, especially when I say no to myself. Because when it comes to like cheat meals, especially cheat meals, because I got a sweet tooth, I'm not even going to lie. Like, you got to say no to those cookies, those candies and stuff, because if you're like me, you probably have like a desired goal. Like, I'm trying to get lean. I'm trying to lean out, right? And so if I'm going to do that, I need to be able to say no to like the cakes and candies and all these stuff that's not good for you, right? In order to achieve that desired goal. Like, if I want to lean out, if I want to get a desired goal, I have to say no to the obstacles that are in the way of that goal, right? I don't know, maybe it might not be sweets and candy for you. Maybe it might be, I don't know, maybe it might be saying no to drugs or weed, alcohol. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your vices are, but you probably have vices. You got to be able to say no to those types of things that are ruining your life. Maybe you have a video game addiction. Maybe it's, I don't know, social media addiction. Whatever it is, like, you got to be able to like figure out how to say no to that thing, right? Because I feel like, yeah, you say no to people, right? Like, once you be able to say no to other people, I feel like that becomes a little bit easier. But when it's no to yourself, because I feel like when it's you, it's something about having that, like, it's like a weird compulsion that you just like, in my case, like, when you see like candy or something, you're just like, oh my God, like you just want to eat it, right? But you have to be able to say no. I'm not going to. You have to delay gratification. You have to be able to be like, nah. Because I feel like the more you say no, the more you progressively overload it. It's just like the gym. Like, when you lift weights, you add 5 pounds each time or 10 pounds each time, make it heavier, you get stronger, right? The more you say no, the more easier it gets to say no to to those vices. And then the bigger the vice, the more stronger and the more weight that your no will hold. Right? So you got to be able to say, you got to progressively overload the word no. Like, the more you say it, the easier it will become, right? Especially saying no to yourself. I feel like for some people, saying no to yourself is harder than saying no to everybody else, right? Because it's like a weird crave that you have to just like give into like instant gratification things, right? So you got to be able to progressively overload the word no so that it becomes easier. As for saying no to people, I'm like, for example, maybe your friends wanna go out, but you got work you got to do the next day, or you got assignments, school, whatever. You have to be able to sacrifice. I'm not saying you can't enjoy your life and just say no to everything that's fun, but you have to understand that the work needs to get done before you do bullshit. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with doing bullshit. It's just make sure the work is done before you do the bullshit. And that's really all I got for today. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you like this shit up, like it up, like it up. Let me know what you thought. Send it to someone who needs to hear it. Remember, there is coaching call. Remember, sign up for remember to sign up for one-on-one coaching if you're looking to get in shape for the year of 2024 and build your dream physique and you're trying to get jacked. Let's do it. Let's run it up. And remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small, and send it to someone who needs to hear it.